Welcome to the Super Facts Show on the Super Facts Network. Featuring St. Laz, who also hosts the popular web series Gem Pop and music journalist Mark Walter Ward. They have discussions about hip-hop, culture, society, philosophy, and everything else. Now available on YouTube and wherever else you get your podcasts. What up, gang? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Facts Show, Super Facts Network. We got with us one of our longtime favorites on the eve of a project, Skeezy Scott. What's up, brother?
What's up, my boy? Checking back in with you.
Chilling. So, y'all can go to Live Mixtapes right now and pre-save his audio dope release, a full project. He got a video out with Jizzle, Kruger, and Just Rich Gates right now, dipped in slime. I definitely rock with that. Was that in more than one location? Well, I mean, it was obviously more in one location, more in one state.
We did that, man. That was the Cali to Carolina connection right there, man. So, I had to definitely come down and check in with the Carolinas, man. We picked the location where the Gamecocks stadium and buildings and stuff was. So I had to make sure to get that in there. So shout out to the Carolinas.
Y'all had to sneak in that jump because I mean, I ain't trying to say nothing about your ability to fill out paperwork, but you don't seem the type to have the patience to apply for video filming permits in South Carolina University. God knows what that entails.
Man, you know what? They got dipped in slime that night, man. I was like, you know what? I'm taking a risk on this one, man. I'm rolling the dice.
Word. Shit, before we get into your music and shit, it's always good to see Jizzle Kruger. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's underrated because he's coming up, but what's your impressions of him thus far after hearing some music and working with him?
Jizzle Kruger, man, he a real hustler, man, real trapper. I ain't gonna go into depth, bro, really getting it how he's speaking it. That's my people's, man. We rock forever. So to have him a part of my project, part of the team, that's definitely a win for us, man. Jizzle Kruger up next.
Word. So you got the audio dope coming out, and JCE Records. I mean, like it's I'm not gonna say turning into it. It's turned into an all the way legitimate record company. You're the head of JCE West. Is audio dope the first official JCE West release?
That is the first official one, man. Yep. Audio dope, JCE West, man. JCE Records, TSO Records. We coming in, man. This one leveled up. This gonna be my first major project coming out on Live Mixtapes. So I definitely got a lot of anticipation for this one.
But not coming out on Live Mixtapes like you paid somebody $100 to upload it. Like this is an actual partnership of Live Mixtapes where they're gonna be promoting it and putting a bag behind it and SEO and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah, man. The cat is definitely out the bag, man. Shout out to Mpesh, and Daniel at Live Mixtapes, man. They reached out to me. We was talking for a little bit, and I'm glad that they noticed the work I've been putting in, and they offered me that distribution partnership. I gladly accepted it. Been rocking with Mixtapes for a while, so here we are, man. It's time to unfold it.
Shit, no doubt. Just out of curiosity, it seems like Miss 22 is kind of like your artist. Is she on JCE West?
Miss 22 is definitely on JCE West. She's on JCE Records, of course, too. But yeah, I definitely brought her to the table. I've been rocking with my sis for a long time. She's definitely really talented. She writes all her music, which is a good plus. There's no ghostwriters. Those are all her bars. She bringing the passion. She's speaking for the single moms. She's speaking for everybody that want to have fun. She bringing fun back to the game for the ladies, man. And
I mean, in a way, not like she's similar stylistically or anything, but she's kind of like LaChat or Gangsta Boo in the fact that she's like a regular chick you can meet in the hood. Like the hood ain't full of like a bunch of Nicki Minaj's and shit.
I'm glad you said that, man. That's definitely keeping it all the way funky. She definitely is one of those types. You pull up in the hood, you meet the real chicks that's in the hood, really about that life and not really with all the antics, So
hey, speaking of antics, you want to hear some geeked out shit? When I did the interview with her, right? And like I uploaded the episode on YouTube, She wasn't even wearing like no booty shorts. She was just wearing some shorts that showed a lot of thigh, but like I said, they weren't even like intentionally provocative. Like you wouldn't label them lingerie or nothing. It looked like some shit that a girl would wear to the store in places that's hot, right? So you know how like you pick the avatar for your video, it would
Right.
only let me choose the ones that was my logo, because all the ones that had us next to each other, for some reason the algorithm detected her legs as being nudity.
Man, what's going on YouTube?
But then you could still play the video, which that shit makes no sense, right?
I feel like they probably didn't want to see that shit flashing across the screen, man. You know, and everybody like, oh yeah, we definitely tapped in on Miss 22, but it's
Oh
all
yeah,
good,
yeah,
man.
like you know, so like if I put it on Dirty Glove Bastard, I couldn't have a picture that had her in it. You know what I mean? I had to go like take one myself with a screenshot. Like if I tried to like use the video jump, it would just be the Super Facts logo. And I'd never seen that shit happen before.
That ain't righteous, man. I don't know who running YouTube, man. They gotta tune it up, man.
Oh yeah, matter that shit ain't righteous. That should be sowing dissent and all that stuff. Which that's a perfect segue. You recently had and forgive me for not knowing the publication. I read a lot, but it was definitely a legitimate what was that, a newspaper or a magazine? But they did a feature on you, and you got pretty open and went in depth about mental health.
Yeah, man. I got an article published through US Times Now, ustimesnow.com. Yeah, man. I thank them for that article that they published. It focused a lot around, you know, just consistency, hope, and faith. And yeah, I kind of opened up a little bit about my mental health and stuff, man. You know, starting my journey.
Um, I mean, bro, you be having the best JCE shirts. No disrespect to anyone else, but I saw on one of them Jones, man, you had this insane jacket. That picture you sent me, with that, what was that, like a satin JCE jacket?
Oh man, that was one of my throwback jackets right there, man. I was trying to find that goddamn jacket not too long ago, man, so I can try to put it in a bag, man, frame that up or something. But yeah, man, that was I believe that was a satin one, man, and I got the logos put on there, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. I wanted it to match my hat, so I was like, let's do the double logos. You know, put one on the left, put one on the right. You know, and we rocked it out like that.
Man, I hate to count your pockets, but I was curious how much that was set one back.
Oh man, just the jacket alone was already probably like a good damn near 250, somewhere around there. Then just to get it, you know, uh not vinyled up like that, I was still all together. That thing ran me probably about a good 320, somewhere around there.
And man, you can't even find it. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, man.
So you know, we always be talking about music and shit, but you know, I've never really got into none of your personal beliefs or nothing. Um, you know, well, obviously without getting into anything, you're definitely affiliated with some real people. And I'm curious, like, what goes through your head when you see something like Wack 100 doing an interview with Tekashi 6ix 9ine, and then justifying that he's not talking to a snitch because it's not a snitch because he's a civilian.
You know what? That was a real interesting topic, and I was fighting back and forth about myself, really trying to figure out, should I justify what Wack was saying, or do I think he's full of shit? But honestly, I'm gonna break down the angle that he was coming from. He was pretty much just trying to say it was their fault for bringing a guy in that he feel like they made him into what they wanted him to portray and use him for the music, pretty much extorting him. But at the same time, with doing that, it's still the same thing, because it's like if someone wants to be a part of that, then they have to go through the fire, they have to go through the trials the same way. And I never heard when that he did. I'm not a part of that shit, so I can't really speak too in depth on it. But I don't respect it, man. Honestly, I would say don't even sit down with him. Don't entertain it. He's not a civilian. He know what he signed up for. He wanted to push the music. He wanted us behind him. It's like, nah, bro, that shit's not legit, man. Don't call that man a civilian.
How did you feel about like Akon making a song with him and all that type stuff? Like, or better yet, actually, I already know the answer, but let's let the world know the answer. what's the price for you to make a song with him?
Price for me to make a song with Tekashi 6ix 9ine?
Yeah.
He would have to sit down and really explain to me why in the hell would I even think about considering that. And on top of that, I want to know who in the fuck actually brought you over to that set, and then maybe I would do a song with you. Maybe.
Well, that's better than what I expected. So you know, we was talking about, and ain't nothing about not, I mean, there's damn sure Nicki Minaj is in the hood, but everybody in the hood ain't Nicki Minaj. But you know, in some ways, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, I feel like, because like if you look at the definition of homosexuality, that would include, you know, girl on girl, right? So, you know, they kind of brought homosexuality into hip hop, and I guess opened the door for it or whatever. And then now you have like Lil Nas X. And do you think people that criticize Lil Nas X are hypocrites if they listen to songs or make music about threesomes?
You know what, man? I gotta keep it funky, man. I gotta keep it funky. You can't throw rocks and hide your hands, man. You feel me? If you're gonna accept one thing, you gotta accept both across the board. It's all the same thing, you know. And me personally, I think as men, we just like super macho. So it's like we don't want to see none of that weirdo shit he doing. You feel me? And lap dancing on Satan and shit. I'm personally not with
But
that shit.
is that homophobic, or is that like, you know, like religious? Because like
Nah, for me,
I don't feel like if people don't want to see images of Satan because they worship the Bible and they don't like false idols, and it could have been, I don't know, Pamela Anderson or somebody doing the same thing, and they probably would have had the same reaction. I mean, they used to get Madonna. Like sometimes I feel like I ain't trying to shit on homie, but to me it seems like he be going out the way to look for things to be anti-gay when in reality they're just like anti what he's doing.
you know
Like,
what? That's a good way. That's a good way you put it, man.
because I mean, the blood in the shoes. Like, do you think if he was heterosexual, the people who didn't like the blood in the shoes would have liked it then? They still wouldn't have liked it. They don't like devil shit.
Right. They still wouldn't have liked it. Yeah, I don't think him being gay would have had nothing to do with that situation. But us just being macho and what hip hop was kind of really based off of, as far as like what the Bronx, you know, details it to be, just respecting how they say they brought hip hop to the game. I would say that shit has no really place for it, you know, because it's all about uplifting and like a righteous message. And this is my thing. If everyone thinks that that is just normal, then why do we go out our way to try to make it normal? You know what I mean? Like, if it's normal, then you won't have to make all these other things around it and try to include a day and all these colors and stuff. Like, we heterosexual, we wake up in the morning and we just live our regular life. It's not a heterosexual day or heterosexual parade. You know, you feel me? So
I know a better. Not, I'm not gonna say a better. I know another way to say that. Like shit's gotta get normalized so people ain't othered. Because remember when it was like a big deal if somebody was a black quarterback, and now you
that's
don't
true.
you don't even hear the term black quarterback. It's just Lamar Jackson's a quarterback. I mean maybe a couple of them 70-year-old motherfuckers still be saying that shit. So like I feel like I don't got no issue with homosexuality. I mean, if anything, as an aggressive heterosexual, every bit of competition that comes off the board's cool with me. But you know, like it's gotta be to the point that it's normalized where you don't even notice it. And the same thing with everything. Like there shouldn't be no more black first, you know, or there shouldn't be no more first anything. But like it should just be this person can do that. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's gotta be accepted. Like you said, everything's gotta be like celebrated and pointed out. But like, I mean, you lived in the hood. I lived in the hood. There's always been mad gay people that wasn't getting like assaulted and shit like that, you know. And it was just that's who they was, you know what I mean? Like just like
That's a
a
fact, man.
heterosexual girl don't want somebody she's not attracted to not to touch her, you know. A cat might not want a gay dude to touch them, but they weren't going around like jumping them and shit. I mean, they was probably a little rough with the language, but bro, the way we grew up, we was rough with the language on everything. I mean, you remember how I don't know what y'all call it in Cali, but we be joning on each other. I don't know if y'all call it playing the dozens or roasting or whatever, but we spoke extra greasy anyway. You know what I mean? Like a lot of this shit just seems like sensitive shit.
Nah, that's definitely well put, man. You put those words well put. It's definitely like a real like feminine type of aura that's going on right now. You know, not to discredit the females. You know, we do need that feminine aura, but it just goes back to, you know, just that stimulus for a man, bro. It's just like that macho-ness, that, you know, that protective energy, that trying to be the woman provider, you know, the things that pretty much everyone grew up knowing and thinking that, you know, they were supposed to be. You know, you had people that's like, you know what, this is not my lane anymore. I want to be this, I want to do that, which is cool because being a heterosexual, being homosexual doesn't define your gender. That just says what's your actions of what you want to do. So then again, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. What I do is what I do. And for me, it's a win. More women on the board, have a fucking field day, man. Shit.
Hey, tell me what you think of this. I try to listen to all viewpoints. Like I listen to like some crazy ass conspiracy theory podcasts. I listen to Republican shit. I listen to anarchist shit. I listen to Democrat shit. It's not necessarily that I co-sign it. I was just saying this to someone else. Like I don't like the whole silencing and cancel culture thing, because you know when you go to war, if you got an enemy, you wanna know what they're communicating about. It makes no sense to me to shut the enemy up. You want to hear what the fuck they're saying. That's how you win. You know what I mean? Like this cancel culture gonna give people the ability to mobilize in secret. I mean, you know, obviously like canceling rapists and shit, but I'm talking about canceling people for speech issues. And on one of these conspiracy theory shits, I'm not saying this is true or not. I agree with it. I just think it's interesting. I want your viewpoint. The homeboy, and I can't remember what level of proof he had, but he thinks that there's a movement to feminize men to make them less necessary in poor people's household, so that there won't be a man in the house, and the children will grow to be more docile and they'll be better workers.
Oh man, you open up a can of worms right there, bro. I never thought about anything that deep. I mean, anything's possible, man. So I'm definitely not gonna shoot it down. But
I mean, none of them things be having proof. So like it's almost like faith. Like a lot of them conspiracy theories or whatever. Like a lot of them sound plausible, but I don't got no knowledge of it. The only Joan I know for a fact that I prove, check out my Jig Dollar episode. They definitely drop off crates of guns in Chicago in corners where there's gang activity. Who they is, I have no idea. But look it up on the internet. That ain't no urban legend. They'll just drop off a big crate full of UOPs, Max, shit like that.
nah, that's a big fact, man. They definitely did that one, man.
But the other junk, you know, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's damn sure interesting thought experiment. You know what I mean?
So by you saying that, do you think that they want women to be more in control, or do they just want to control the families altogether? As in whoever they is.
Well, like I said, this wasn't my theory, but if I remember correctly, the woman would also be working just as much, because you know with automation and shit, there's gonna be less jobs that are dependent upon physical strength and everything. So the goal is basically one parent households, and you know the way the system's set up, it's easier to get the man out of the house.
I can see that perspective, man. It's definitely more of like if you notice in like a lot of the blue states, they want you to lean more towards the government and let them take care of you. And you know, it's kind of just, you know, just keeping you on the low end, you know, don't want you to really better yourself and not really shoot for the stars, you know, versus you know, more of the red states that I've been across and traveled to and met people. They're more of like, yo, pick up your motherfucking shit and get it out the mud, you know, stop looking for handouts, go to work. If you gotta work 2 jobs, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if you gotta work at a strip club, you gotta sell dope on the side, I don't give a fuck. Let's get it.
Yeah. I mean, the ironic thing is like in a lot of them blue states, it's that they done made all these laws to make things fair, to make it hard for small employers to hire a bunch of employees. So there's less jobs to be had, especially in minority communities. And God forbid you got a drug felony. You know, I got that. I ain't never gonna get shit.
That is true, man. It's a lot of hardships and roadblocks, you know, for certain people. But you know, I just kind of got to a point in my life, man. I can't sit back and blame, you know, the white man or whatever, as they say. Like, I can't sit back and blame him for all my problems.
Oh, brother,
You know,
I can assure you, we do not have meetings, and I do not deny that there's racist white people, but I ain't never got my white privilege checked, and my white privilege ain't never do me no good in front of a judge, in front of on the hood of a hot car, on the ground while I'm getting my pockets searched, the time the police handcuffed me to the dumpster because I wouldn't rat on somebody and left me there overnight. So yeah, like I mean, there is definitely racism and white privilege and all that shit, but we all don't get it. There's a bunch of poor white motherfuckers that don't touch none of that shit. You feel me?
damn, my boy, that sounds fucked up.
I mean, it just is what it is. Hey, you know your junk went to your profile picture, but that's great because then everybody gets to see that awesome fucking hat. You know, I'm not above giving people their credit, and that hat rock. Hey, since I got you, you be fucking with comic books like that?
I ain't really been a big fan of comic books, but I've been trying to get into them here and there. I fuck with the comic books.
Well, I'm more so I meant like the movies and the shows and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Hell yeah, I'm definitely into that.
Are you watching What If?
No, man, I ain't on What If.
What If is dope, and some of it's gonna be canon. These things is called Funkos, and this is special junk. Look, this Killmonger, right? And somehow he gonna link up with this a What If Killmonger. The episode ain't happened yet. Somehow he gonna link up with Iron Man, get an Iron Man suit, and kill Ultron. That's Ultron's head in his hand.
Oh, that's dope, man.
And bro, I super love fucking Killmonger. And then we'll end it with this since this might be a little bit controversial opinion from me, and I'm curious as to what you think about it. And I feel I'm pretty bulletproof if anybody ever wants to accuse me of being racist. But I hear people like Van Lathan and shit saying that like Wakanda is this celebration of Black excellence and everything. And I kind of think that's bullshit because A, it doesn't exist. B, it got treated like shit in the comic books in the 70s. C, if there was this great place of Black excellence, I think it's kind of racist that it gets labeled as a place that won't share with the rest of a fucked up country.
You know what, man?
Like why the first Black kingdom guy gotta be in Africa and they let people starve and die of AIDS, but they got all this shit that can bring motherfuckers back from the dead and shit. I mean, and even if they didn't want to reveal themselves, they could have sent the nanotechnology out to cure AIDS and malaria.
I feel you, man. I think it's a spinoff of They Don't Save Us, so why should we save them?
No, I'm talking about the other, well, because they don't know that they're there. They've been hiding. I'm not talking about like helping the world. I'm talking about helping Africa. Like, I just feel I feel it's fucked up that Marvel's first example of Black excellence, if you and I ain't trying to put nobody down or nothing, but if you really look at it, their example of Black excellence is motherfuckers that have been selfish for generations.
Yeah, that is true, man. Because if you think about Killmonger and
I thought Killmonger was right. I got like 10 shirts that say Killmonger was right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you do pay attention to it, man, it kind of does seem like he comes there to try to be like the Robin Hood of it. And like, yo, man, give back, man. Spread the wealth, you know. And
I think they put that part where he beat on the lady with the flowers just to make him look like just to make him bad enough. Because I think if you take that part away, he's absolutely right across the board. And then you know, letting his girl die, that was another thing to try to make him look bad. But in reality, he the hero because he was finna take that shit and give it to every poor person of color in the world.
I agree with you on that, man. I definitely got to get out to Killmonger, man. He definitely wanted to share the wealth.
Yeah, so shout out Killmonger. See, I know if people would consider that viewpoint racist because you know, like it's different if a white person say it than if a Asian person say it, then and to me, I think something's racist if it's racist. I think something's homophobic if it's homophobic. Back when you used to call people gay when they did shit or say that's gay, I used to be like, man, the only thing that's gay is gay stuff. You know what I mean? I think it's more of like it's the messenger. Like if you're not from it, if you're not associated with it, if you don't really have direct knowledge with it, then it's like don't speak on it. You feel me? But you know, knowing how Mark Waldo walked, you know, I already know that's legit. So
you know, you definitely can speak on it.
Well, man, I love validation like that, bro. Unless you got, I mean, Skeezy Scott on all socials, right?
Skeezy Scott on all socials, man. On Instagram, official Skeezy Scott. That's the only page. No other pages. All the rest of them are my fan pages. I'm on Twitter, JCE Skeezy 5. I'm back activated on Twitter. Took me a minute. I'm on YouTube. Got a new YouTube channel, Skeezy Scott. You should see that one right now. I'm about probably at like 505 subscribers. So please come over there and show me some love on that. Let's run the numbers up. Check me out on live mixtapes, man. I'm taking that shit over, man. That's where we coming at. Audio dope coming soon.
What it's not, you know, you don't got like the countdown?
The countdown ain't in effect yet. I'm still
because you waiting on shit to get mixed, right?
Tracks, so that's gonna be up. Right, it's in the unreleased right now. So, you know, go over there, run it up, check it out, check out the videos. You know, let's get the view counts up. Drop some comments and shit like that. You know, it's coming, man. It's coming real soon. I'm not gonna drop a date on you guys, but it's coming real soon. Just follow me on Instagram.
All right, that's a bet, bro. Shit, stay on after I hit stop record. But Skeezy Scott, Super Facts Show, Mark Waldo Ward, Super Facts Network. Thank you for your time, man.
As always, man. JCE West.
No doubt, no doubt.